We as a public don't allow anybody who is a subject matter expert in their area, we don't allow them to make that particular mistake.
Hi everyone, welcome back to McMo TV.
Where talk is therapy.
I'm C-Mac.
And I'm K-Mo.
And if this is your first time here, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Alright, and as you can tell from the thumbnail, we are highly disappointed in the Derrick Jaxn.
What's going on, guys? Derrick Jaxn here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Danae. And we just wanted to address a couple of things. You know, we understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, you know, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out, definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took.
That's very interesting to me how the whole thing played out, and I'm not sure how to take it yet. Like I have my thoughts and suspicions.
Honestly, he just like ruined my week, you know, because I felt like he was probably like the last Black guy on earth who don't cheat. Like I'm just like, what is going on? You know, like it was just such a shocker to have found out that him of all people, like I just feel like, wow, that it just really solidified to me that you really can't idolize anybody. You know, everyone makes mistakes. We're all human beings. You can't idolize, you know, other people's relationships because no one's perfect. And there's basically no such thing as a perfect man or a perfect woman for that matter.
Facts. I do appreciate the fact that they're talking it out publicly when it comes to the steps that they're taking to heal. But I still have like a conspiracy theory feeling about this
100%
situation.
100%.
I feel like there's something that was pre-planned, pre-played. You know, there was too much forethought in the whole thing for me.
No, I agree with you, because even when I was watching the live stream on YouTube, there were like 100 different commercials on there, like ads. I'm just like, can I just watch? You know, it just felt like, all right, we about to make some money. And we're going to promote our book.
At the end, right.
And my wife is going to come out, like, busted, but then she's going to come out beautiful.
Right.
Weeks,
Stay tuned for the reveal, the true reveal of the wife. Like,
right. Because, like, it just seemed, you know, very strategic, very,
like it was a teaser trailer of her upcoming debut to public life, and kind of a Jay-Z, Beyonce mix on him taking accountability and becoming a new man. And it was a lot of similarities. Now that could be either because it was a well-planned marketing technique or there's a common theme going around with men these days who basically fall into the limelight, are surrounded by groupies and people just wanting to get at them, or them, you know, like falsely leading people into a relationship, you know, making it seem as though they're single. And then all of a sudden at the end, the big reveal of oh my God, he cheated. Oh my God, he cheated. And then the heal. Okay, now it's time to heal, put it all back together again. It seems like there's that going around. I mean, we're seeing it more and more.
Pretty much the only thing that I'm seeing is that women are way too comfortable with forgiving and forgetting and moving on. Like, and I guess for me, I I don't know, call me like.
I got a question about that. And I really do. I really have a. Now think about this. If you're married to a man, you invest 5-10 years into him, right? He messes up and he cheats. Y'all have a child together. He messes up and he cheats.
Understandable.
My question here is, and I really want to know this from a general woman perspective. When do you say, when do you say I've invested so much that if this is a change? Because she said she left. She said she's left all of 2020. She stayed away. She watched his progress. She watched him change. This is what she said. This is what he said he did. At the end of it all, they came back together at the end because she saw documented proof of his change. Is that enough to say, yeah, I invested some years. I have some children.
I mean, obviously so for her. You know what I mean? I think it's different for everyone. Like, I think depending on how you, I guess basically the advantages and disadvantages of going and coming and whatever, like how you actually feel. Do you actually feel like you can trust this person again? Do you actually feel this is worth building back up? You know what I mean? Do you think that this trust could be rebuilt at some point in time? Maybe not right now, but maybe later. And I think it's a difficult thing to maneuver, you know, but it is, you know, to each their own, because at the end of the day, like, me from the outside looking in, I'm like, no. You, to me, you're a hypocrite, you know, full-on hypocrite, because it's just like you're out here judging other people's relationship, giving advice, doing all of this, and you over here doing something else. You're not practicing what you preach. And to me, it's just weird, because it's like, you're a liar too now. You know what I mean? You're a cheater and you're a liar. So it's like, who am I looking at? It's just like, I don't even know you. It's like you're a completely different person than who I thought you were. Devil's advocate.
So I want to play devil's advocate for a minute. So they're a different person in the public eye, and they are supposed to be a guru in their own field.
Yeah.
Does this mean that we as a public don't allow anybody who is a subject matter expert in their area, we don't allow them to make that particular mistake? Like, that mistake is off limits to you because you claim to be such an expert. So if you're a relationship expert, your relationship must be perfect. Or
I don't think,
or can we say, oh, go ahead.
Or what?
Or can we say, it's, you are a relationship expert, you are allowed to make mistakes, and now help us learn what you've learned from these mistakes so we don't make the same mistakes. Since you're a relationship expert and you kind of have that vantage point.
Okay, and that's a good point, because I do believe that we do, as a community, you know, we're always like, what? How could you do that? You preach against that. But I think, because for the simple fact that you said, I think they said that they were together for maybe 12 years or whatever.
Off and on.
This is a continuous thing where it's like, yeah, we broke up, and, you know, he was doing his thing and I'm, you know, over here doing my thing. It's not a new lesson.
True.
And I think that that's the point. Like, this isn't something you're learning as you go and you're like, oh shit, I stumbled up on this. Let me tell the people. Let me tell you how, you know. It's like, bro, you have cheated before, and cheating is a big thing. It's not like, oh, I don't know, I bought an island and I was, you know, the prime minister over there, and it's not like a grand change. Like, this is the regular bullshit where you cheat and then it's just like, I made a mistake. Yeah, but that's like one of the biggest mistakes, like, in marriages. You know, like, you cheat, you step out, whatever the case may be. But I do think that, to your point, we do need to allow people who are SMEs, who are subject matter experts, whatever the case may be, to make mistakes, but not this type of mistake. Not the ones that you're continuously, making. Like that, no.
No, I do kind of feel that. I feel like the cheating is strong. I mean, he could have made a lot of other relationship mistakes.
Many other mistakes that
but here's where
be like, okay, yeah, he's a human being. But the cheating, I'm just like, really?
Again, I have to raise my hand and say, Don't you find it a little odd that they said they were off and on for years and years and years, and then all of a sudden now they're putting things together, and now they've come out with a book, and now everything. Everything is just it sounds planned.
It sounds 100% planned.
And I'm not making light of her pain if if this is not planned and it's something that she went through. I'm not making light of her pain. And I want to acknowledge that any woman who has the strength to go through what she went through publicly, or in private. Yeah. Is a strong woman. And any woman that has the forgiveness in herself to say, you know what, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt of changing. I'm going to put myself out there for a second time. That is a strength that's unmatched. And I don't think a lot of people give that credit. So I'm just going to set that right there for her. But on the other and on the other side of it, I'm still going to say from his persona and now looking at his public, the way he's third person, his interview with, it just, the whole thing, it screams Beyonce and Jay-Z remake. It screams a Lemonade remake. So,
I don't know about all that, but I do think that there is definitely strategy there. I wouldn't be surprised if a few months from now, I don't know, something else happens and it's like, oh, like follow our life, follow our story, and they come out with a TV show, and,
right?
Like that completely would not surprise me. I would be like, oh, okay, yeah, now I see.
She's definitely getting a TV show.
But I think if that's how you want to play it, people are doing way worse things than that these days. Everything is, to me, in this society and this like. I hate it here. I just feel like everything
entertainment society.
I just think that everything is so fake, and it just irks me because, man, like,
where's the realness?
Right, exactly. Not gonna win. But yeah, but no, like, I mean, we definitely wanted to come on here and just, like, we loved Derrick Jaxn. I mean, I think he's a stand-up guy. I mean, honestly, I think that he's done a lot of good over the years. So it's not like I'm not on here to bash him but I just feel like I'm just a little confused and I'm a little bit disappointed at the same time because it just seems a little strategic for me, too strategic.
It may be strategic, but I am kind of optimistic, and I am proud of them for coming together. If this was what it was, I'm proud of them for coming together. And just a big shout out. I do look forward to seeing her a little bit more to get her take, because if he gives such a good advice,
you and a bunch of other women who's feeding into this, like, well,
I want to see.
I want to see what happens with sis. Let me see if she's gonna be. Well, that's the whole point.
That's the whole point. But it's a brilliant marketing campaign. And I'm just saying, to where I would, reality. We are a society of reality TV, and hey, I'm on board or else I wouldn't be making a YouTube video. I want you to subscribe to my reality too. So I do definitely give props where props are due. And I do feel like if it was a bad situation, is a bad situation, and it's something that everyone can learn from, put it out there, let it go. But everybody can take it for what it is and for what they get out of it.
Yeah, for sure. I 100% agree. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you feel this is a strategic matter. You think that Derrick Jaxn is just maybe bored and he's just, just came up with this grand idea and his wife was on board. Or if you think that they're really going through some pain and hurt. Maybe it's a mixture of both. Comment if you think he's a hypocrite.
Or a stand-up guy. Like, if you want to stand up for him and you've been through similar, tell us about it. Let us know, hey, this is something that men these days are starting to realize for themselves. And, I think that could be a future video for us to see if that's a movement.
But thank you guys for watching.
Thank you all for joining.
Thank you. Have a good one.
We'll see you next
time. Bye.